Hey, welcome back to I'm White, What Can I Do? The show where we're looking to help the white community understand not only the existence of systemic racism, but how we can participate in building and contributing to the solutions that our Black leaders are putting forward. We need to make sure that we're a part of the system for years to come, and it starts with our actions each and every day. So I'm busy. I run a company, I work a job, I have two kids. And so I don't often have the opportunity to do some of the bigger gestures. So we're working through a lot of the suggestions that exist in an effort to take part in all of the pieces that need to be put together in order for the puzzle to be complete. So just a quick housekeeping item is, last week we called the mayor and we took part in a petition to discuss the impact of putting up blue ribbons around the town, which is something that they do every single year, but doing it at this particular time, along with the sign that says support police at a time when we have a protest and have a national conversation around race in a predominantly white town. We talked about the opportunity to at least create an equal platform to support Black lives and Black lives in our community and in the nation. So since then, a sign has been put up. I don't know if it was by the town or by some citizens. At the end of the day, it's there. It says support our Black neighbors too, not the most forceful message, but I guess they're trying to make it equivalent to support our police. So it's there, it's progress, it's a step, and whether it has an impact long term, I don't know. But I think the point here is when you engage locally, you can make a difference, even if those differences sometimes don't seem like enough. They're all the little ones that build up over time. So today we're gonna buy from a Black-owned business, and let me tell you why. I've heard some people say like, "Oh, don't, it's not going to solve anything," um, and that I have a very different perspective on. And I'll use the example, especially today being June 19th, Juneteenth, a celebration of the final slaves being informed of their freedom, right? Um, why it matters to buy Black, we can take the example of Tulsa, Oklahoma, often referred to as Black Wall Street, the largest self-sustaining Black community in the country at the time. There were multiple. And the surrounding towns and citizens, the white citizens, did not find that to be okay. This is in the 20s and 1920s. And so they decided to raid the town, I think thousands, killing people, burning the town to the ground. It was bombed, and ultimately the town was completely destroyed. Um, Police then arrested the Black citizens, and no white citizen, state official, or anyone has ever been held accountable. This happened in other Black sustained towns across the nation, Tulsa being the biggest, Black Wall Street being the biggest. That sends reverberations around the nation. Don't stretch too far, because this is what happens. And so we're at a time now where there's easier access, online retail, to building an ecosystem for oneself. But what's missed in that time is generational wealth, the contribution to the bedrock of the Industrial Revolution's economy, right? The modern day capitalism. They were shut out emphatically from that. And so you think about the time now, there is opportunity to help rebuild this generational impact for the next 100 years by contributing to Black-owned businesses. And they run the gamut, right? Because they're not just some stereotyped business. One of them in particular that I'll be buying from today is a recommendation from a friend who knows the owner, is Dianu.com. They build they design African inspired clothing, t-shirts, shorts, pants, shorts, men and women. They have a cool designed mask, which we'll be purchasing today for COVID. So that's one. Then we have WeBuyBlack.com, which is essentially an online retailer. They provide dish soap, laundry detergent, razors, all the things that you can normally buy from your regular establishment. This just gives you an opportunity to contribute on a regular basis to a Black-owned business, and why it matters, we've discussed, right? And then you have the official Black Wall Street app that you can download to your phone that will tie into your location services or to your current location and show you all of the different businesses in your area, from restaurants to barbershops to yoga studios to gyms, like all of the ways that we can just contribute and look at our ecosystem in an equal way. And very important, especially for white folks who don't necessarily get exposure to a lot of Black culture, people, whatever the case may be, because this is a thing that happens. This is an opportunity to expose yourself to just different people and people that don't look like you. We need to break down that barrier and that divide by just giving more exposure. Black people are exposed to white people all the time. They have no choice. White people are not exposed to Black people all the time. And it creates that a piece of this system that's always churning, that's always creating narratives, that's always putting things onto Black people and the accountability being on them. This all plays a role in systemic policing, and this is why it's important to consider buying from Black-owned businesses. So we're going to go and jump in to make a purchase today.
Here we are. So as we've discussed, this is our opportunity to contribute to Black entrepreneurship and help contribute to the development and building of generational wealth that is self-sustaining and builds into the ecosystem of equality and equity in this country. And it's what we're all about at the end of the day, right? So this first website I have up is We Buy Black. It gives you an opportunity to buy a lot of stuff that you can shop for pricing, comparative pricing, brands that you might like, and it really just gives you an opportunity to buy a whole bunch of stuff. So it is a great website to peruse, and I've had a chance to look at a bunch of stuff on here. So you have a lot of opportunities. The other thing I would like to show you is the official Black Wall Street app. So I would encourage you to download this if you're really interested in helping contribute to Black-owned businesses in your area. This app is the place to go. It gives a whole bunch of opportunities and exposure to the different businesses that are in your communities, in your towns, in your cities, and you can add them. You know, it doesn't have to replace anything that you do. You can add it to what it is that you spend today, and you know, for all the reasons that we've talked about up to this point. Now, there is a friend of mine who put me on to Dianu.com, this website here. It's African-inspired clothing that is super stylish, and I'll tell you, this website and this business continues to grow, and they're outstanding. I don't know them personally, but since they were referenced and are a friend of a friend, I decided for today's video, I'll make a purchase from their apparel line. So I've already made that purchase, and I will confirm it here that I bought some shorts that have a nice design that fit my style. I generally like plainer clothes. I'm not flashy. fit my style. And then since we're in the middle of COVID, and we'll be wearing masks for a little while, I bought 2 masks, one for me, one for my wife, and a 10-pack filter to to wear. And this one I particularly like because you have an opportunity to publicly support the causes that you're interested in, and publicly support DEIANU, because it's a slick mask. So it's, in a way, you're kind of advertising. Hopefully, you can point other people to the site. So in any case, we'll wrap up for today, and we'll talk to you next week.